We're in the family garden here today, and I'm just going to show you a little bit about what we got going on here. So there was a roof repair. This shed's got to be, I bet this shed was probably someone's house at one time, because Latvians are notorious for living in very, very small quarters. And there was a roof repair. This is the remnants, or what the leftovers of the old roof. You see it's like old brick and old slate. They put this is a shed now, just like a tool shed, but they put a beautiful new roof on it, and for quite a good price. So you can see there's a lot of old buildings here, and Latvians are famous for their gardens. They know what it's like to put their feet to the fire throughout history, so they know growing their own food is essential. So I'll show you some other stuff here. And of course I like to contribute. This was one of the Christmas gifts for Kristine's mom that I bought, was this greenhouse. And Kristine did a fabulous job this weekend just stringing up all the tomato plants. It's an art of its own. It takes quite a bit of time stringing up the tomato plants. If you can see here, there is some tomatoes starting to form, but these tomato plants will go right to the roof, and yeah, they'll give so many tomatoes. We don't really know what to do with them. And of course there's some beautiful roses here that Kristine's mother plants, and this one just came out today. Very, very nice, and attracts the right bugs and keeps away some predatory bugs. And in here, small greenhouse, we got some mint, got some hot peppers, and got some chili peppers in the corner. And this big plant, I'm not too sure, it's not edible, but it's some sort of special plant. I would have cut it down because I would have thought it was a massive weed. But here's a secondary greenhouse, and you got cucumber plants and some more tomato plants, peppers, eggplants. I think there's some ginger in the corner as well. So we come over here, and what kind of berry bush is this? Now these berries, and I'll show you really close, if you can kind of see these berries, they turn out to be black, and they're so good and healthy for you. I mean, literally, if you eat them while you're working, you feel this massive increase in power, and they're not even near ready. But when they do mature, they're only ready for, say, 2 weeks or even 3 weeks at the most. And these are gooseberries. So this is like a little fruit forest. These are gooseberries right here. Very sweet. Latvians love them. I find them pretty sweet. And these are apple trees, and I think there's 5 or 6 different varieties of apple trees here. You can see it's going to be a pretty good crop of apples this year. Got some pretty good fruit coming in right now. It's going to take all season to mature. And then my job, of course, was to weed this garden. And I tell you, that's a workout all on its own. It is such a hard workout. Weeding the garden, you get good hamstring stretch, good lower back workout, a lot of bending, all your pain goes away. It really does. Now over here in this corner behind the secondary greenhouse, one of my favorite raspberry bushes, black raspberries. Here's a big rhubarb plant. You got to make use of that now. Rhubarb is a early plant. It's not going to last more than maybe 2 or 3 other weeks. If we come over here in a little fruit forest, again, there's some other berries here. I think these are the gooseberries. But what we got here too are these raspberries. These beautiful raspberries are starting to form. They're some of my favorites. And this raspberry bush is massive. It's massive, and there's a predatory weed. I see it here trying to make some inroads. I'll have to take care of that next time I'm here. It'll just bring that plant down and choke off all the nutrition. Some more raspberry bushes here. And every one of these, and these are little red berries when they mature, if you can kind of see in here. Here's some more of these black berries that they're not mature now. But there's quite a few fruit trees here. These are cherries. Got some cherries growing here. I love the Latvian cherries. They're absolutely fantastic. And then you got a plum tree here. Got an old plum. Do we have any new plums? Yeah, we got a new plum. New plums coming in all the way up there. I'm not sure if you can see them, but there's some new plums. And yeah, you can eat here pretty good. Again, these are some of these red berries that are really medicinal. And they come out, oh, they're so bountiful on these trees. These are your typical, I don't know what they are, but there's so many of them. It's fantastic. But again, coming over here, more gooseberry. I'm not too sure what kind of fruits these are, but of course they eat all these fruits. Some beautiful flowers to attract the bees here. They're very, very nice. And they do put these flowers in so that the bees come in and help pollinate everything that's here. These pink ones are really nice. I don't know what kind they are, peonies or really, really beautiful plants. So this is a pear tree. We get pears on this every year. You can see some pears right here. Very nice. There seems to be quite a few of them. And we use some calcium on the base of the trees this year so the bugs wouldn't crawl up and eat them. And again, another apple tree here. Very, very nice. So I'll crawl underneath here. And this is just sort of Kristine's side of this area. This is a zucchini patch. They grow fast. When they start growing, it's completely out of control. I believe this is a blueberry tree coming in right here, and a huge raspberry patch right here, and they have strawberries already coming in around the periphery. Yeah, let me see if I can find some of the strawberries that are coming in. Yeah, I've got some strawberries starting to come in right here. Very slow. We've got some blueberries coming in right now as well. Some blueberries. But everything's going to take time to mature. And you can see sort of this is the area that Kristine and I and her mom work a little. I mean, her mom and her work mostly, and I come when I can. And then you see this huge other area. This is the backyard of a residence here, and everybody's got their own plot because that's what Latvians are like. They really do a great job trying to get everything ready. And if you go up here too, there's, you know, those in-ground cold cellars. Everybody's got their own in-ground cold cellar that goes underground for, I believe, maybe 10 feet or maybe 8 feet. So you just walk down. It keeps a constant temperature over the summer so that you can keep your food cool. And everything here, you have potatoes, onions. I'm not too sure what these are. Maybe a different kind of tomato. You got some sort of lettuce there. You got radishes. Again, some more onions, potatoes, carrots. I'm sure snow peas or snap peas, and dill and some other herbs, oregano. And there's something called tupinumber or I'm not too sure. It's like a potato, like some kind of very hard potato that I think you got to work it a little bit more to eat it, but it is sort of a Latvian tomato. Potato. But that's your little tour, and so yeah, I got my usual gear on. And if there's something in Latvia when you're working in the garden, eye injuries, I always wear protective eyewear because what's funny is that Kristine's mom is an eye doctor, and she a lot of injuries, a lot of people coming in with injuries from the garden, turning around, bang, right in the eye with a stick, or with the apple. I don't know what the apple branch is. Here's another apple tree here, but The apple branches really seem to have an affinity to poke people in the eye. Not take their eyes out, but, you know, give yourself a good poke. So always wear safety glasses or sunglasses or something like that so that you can protect your eyes at all time. But yeah, there's a lot of eye injuries in the Latvian gardening community from the branches. Just wanted to show you around a little bit. It's quite an old area, and it's good to get back and try and help out and keep, help everybody keep the traditions alive. I'm learning a little bit at a time, very slowly, of course. I don't, not into the planting. I mean, I have planted tomato plants before, but they're very fragile, so you have to be very careful. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the garden that feeds us for most of the year in certain categories with certain produce, and I think it's fantastic because you're going to maximize your life force and maximize your transfer from the sun. Food is sort of a temporary holding reservoir for sun energy, and it's there sort of out of love for you to make sure you get enough sun energy when the sun is down or the sun is not around as much in the winter. So that's what food is. It's there to help you get God's sun energy. And yeah, it's fantastic to put in your mouth when the food's at a full charge, which it is if you pick it yourself and you grow it yourself and you don't use any chemicals. So this is Jason Christoph signing off. Have a great day.